Hi everyone, welcome to Barefoot Mama Yoga. This is Courtney, and today we're doing an adaptation of a root chakra flow from Anodea Judith's Chakra Yoga. So I'll link that in the description box below, and just bear with me as we go through this sequence here. It's not exactly a vinyasa sequence, so kind of the point of this today is to get this root chakra flow into a flow. So let's go. Go ahead and make your way to your mat. We're going to find our way to our backs. You're going to need, for this practice, maybe a couple of blocks, a strap, and either a pillow or two or a bolster, and then possibly a blanket for your feet, because we're going to be going into a hero pose or variation of that. So make your way to your back. And as you inhale, bring your knees up to your chest. Roll your knees back and forth, massaging your lower back, waking up your spine, feeling where your body meets the earth. Inhale, shoulders are flat underneath the rib cage. Exhale. Maybe your knees are in a little bit closer here. Inhale, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And if you have your strap nearby, go ahead and bring it around the ball of your right foot. As you exhale, release your left leg down to the mat. Inhale, extending your right leg towards the ceiling. Flex your toes to protect your knee. Keep a micro bend here if you need to. Exhale, open your right leg to the right, holding that strap in your right hand. Maybe your left hand is on your left hip here, keeping you grounded. Inhale. Exhale. Shoulders are flat on the mat, away from your ears. Waking up our legs. Inhale. Relax the space between your eyes. Exhale. And on your next inhale, bring your right leg up. We're going to switch hands, so taking the strap in your left hand, open your right arm to a T. Inhale, and as you exhale, left leg comes over, or right leg comes over, sorry, to the left. And then you look out over your right fingertips. If you need a block underneath your left foot to support you here, maybe do so. Inhale. Exhale, remembering to keep your shoulders flat on the mat, away from your ears. Inhale. Exhale. Your next inhale, go ahead and rise up. We'll bring our left foot up to meet the right. Exhale, right foot comes down, extending through the right leg. Inhale, flex your left toes up towards the ceiling. Again, keeping a micro bend in your knee here if you need to. And as you exhale, left foot comes out, right hand comes to your right hip, keeping your right hip grounded, active in the legs. Shoulders are down, away from the ears, supporting an open rib cage. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale once more. Exhale. As you inhale, bring your left leg up towards the ceiling, keeping your toes flexed. Switch your right hand to the strap. Open your left arm to a T. Right leg comes over to the right. Maybe you look out over your left fingertips here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last breath here. Inhale. Exhale. And as you inhale, go ahead and bring your left foot up towards the ceiling. And then we'll release the strap, bring both heels in towards your booty, as close as is comfortable here. Make sure as you inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, press your shoulder blades flat to the mat, supporting an open chest. Fingertips come as close as is comfortable to your heels. And if you need a block between your knees here, you can hold one to keep your knees close together or parallel as we inhale. Engage your glutes, engage your core, and lift your hips into a bridge. Letting the shoulders support your upper body here, staying off the neck. Feet are parallel. Inhale. Exhale. Relaxing the muscles in your face. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale and begin to roll your spine down to the mat, one vertebra at a time. And then as you inhale, bring your knees into your chest once more. Exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Maybe bringing your forehead up to your knees here. Exhale, release. We're going to flip the pancake here, preparing ourselves for Salabhasana, or locust and half locust pose. So forehead's going to come to the mat, and then your palms will flip down to your mat as well. Eyes of the elbows shining downward. So grounding first through your hips, through the tops of your legs, through your shoulders, and your face. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, keeping your head and shoulders where they are, engage through the left leg strongly, pointing through your toes. Inhale, we'll lift our left foot, we'll lift our arms. Again, keeping our forehead where it is. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, release. Letting your shoulders melt down here. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, go ahead and engage through the right leg, pointing through the toes. Begin to lift your right leg up. If it's comfortable for you to lift your arms, you may do so as well. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, release. From here, inhale. Exhale, ground yourself through the forehead, through the shoulders. And on your inhale, engage both legs together. Begin to bring them up behind you. Again, engaging through the glutes. Imagining that your legs are the tail of the Kundalini serpent, active in your first chakra. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe lift your arms here. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe even lifting your chest, lifting your forehead, avoiding crunching through the neck. Inhale. Exhale, release. On your inhale, go ahead and bring your palms to your armpit chest. Exhale, keeping your forehead on the ground. We'll prepare ourselves for baby cobra. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift once more. Exhale, release. And on your next inhale, if it's comfortable for you to come into a full cobra, do so. Otherwise, stay in your baby cobra. Again, we're lifting with the chest opening first, keeping the shoulders away from the ears, lifting through the lower back. Glutes are engaged, the tops of the feet are strong on the ground. Inhale, exhale. Come on down, tuck your toes, and as you inhale, push your way up into your version of plank or tabletop, and find your way on your exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, hips come up towards the ceiling. Exhale, ribs come closer to the thighs, heels come closer to the mat. We're strong in all 10 fingers, super wide, shining the insides of our elbows towards each other or towards the front of the mat. Inhale, begin to bend your knees, look up towards the front of the mat, and then take little baby steps to find your forward fold here. So hips, or feet rather, are hips distance apart. Our core is engaged, and there's a generous bend in our knees for this first Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back position, your version. Exhale, forward fold. On your next inhale, plant your left hand in between your feet and bring your right arm up towards the ceiling, keeping your knees from moving one way or the other. Maybe look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, right arm comes down. Inhale, left arm comes up. Exhale, right arm comes down. One more each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And on your next inhale, go ahead and come all the way up. We'll find our Tadasana. Hands come up overhead. Exhale. Palms to heart center. And then drop them to your sides. So lift all 10 toes. Check in with the four corners of your feet, from the inside of the ball of your foot to the outside under your pinky toe. And then the two smaller corners of your heels here. Soften your knees, tuck your tailbone, engage your core, and then find your shoulders up, down, and back. Lift your chin. And as you inhale, imagine length in the spine. As you ground down, you rise up. Exhale, come on down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back position. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to ground through the right foot. Inhale, left foot comes to the back of the mat. So making sure your right ankle is underneath your right knee and opening up your foot a space if you need for your hips here. You can also put a blanket or a pad underneath your left knee. So you can engage here in your low lunge, tenting your fingers, opening your chest, or there's an option to stay in high lunge, toes tucked. Again, opening the chest, looking forward. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. And on your exhale, go ahead and drop your left knee, untuck your left toes, and find your way back, maybe moving your right toes or your right heel forward as your toes come up towards the ceiling or towards your shin. So in this position, in our reverse splits or a reverse lunge, your pinky toes are also looking up towards the ceiling or reaching towards your shin, and your back is straight, keeping that integrity through the length of the spine all the way out the crown of your head. So if you need blocks on either side, you can be here or here. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, maybe fold a bit deeper. Again, hinging at the hips here, so avoiding any rounding in the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Checking in to make sure your left knee is underneath your left hip. Inhale. Exhale. With each exhale, maybe finding a little bit more of a stretch, or just staying where you are, meeting yourself with compassion today. Inhale. On your exhale, begin to bend through your right knee. Inhale, tuck your left toes. Left foot comes up to meet the right or hips distance apart, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, your version. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rounding up through the spine, one vertebra at a time. Exhale, palms to heart center. Release, Tadasana. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, right toes come back. Same thing. High lunge or low lunge are your options here. You can also use a block if you need to. We're stabilizing in the midline. So strong on your toes here, strong in your inner thighs. Inhale, chest is open. Maybe fingertips are tented as you look forward. Exhale, find your strength. Root down through the ground. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Drop your right knee. untuck your toes and maybe position your blocks. Set yourself up for success here as you come back onto your right knee, underneath your right hip, and then flex your left toes up towards the ceiling, reverse lunge. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, engage your core. Exhale, hinging at the hips. Inhale, exhale, making sure that pinky toe is also reaching towards your shin. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Begin to bend through your left leg, tuck your right toes. Right foot comes up to meet the left. Option to take a vinyasa to downward dog before making your way to your forward fold here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift, tucking through the tailbone, rounding up each vertebra at a time. Inhaling all the way up. Then exhale, palms to heart center. From here, we'll bring our palms to our sides, facing the ground. So she has a technique in here called bioenergetic grounding. What I'd like you to do is find all four corners of your feet and then find a little bit of resistance as you push into the ground here. Resistance as you flex your hands, your fingertips up towards the ceiling. Engage your core, lengthen in the spine, and then as you inhale, squeeze your perineum or do a little like Kegel exercise to engage Mula Bandha. Hold, hold, exhale, release. Inhale once more. Hold, hold. Exhale, release. One more time. Inhale, hold, hold. Exhale, release. Good. As you inhale, your biceps are going to come up towards your ears on either side, and then grounding in your heels, so avoiding your knees going too far forward. We're finding our chair pose, Utkatasana, or our awkward chair pose. Option to bring your pointer fingers together up overhead. This requires some shoulder flexibility. I do encourage you to engage your core and keep all 10 toes slightly lifted. Inhale, exhale. Maybe palms come to heart center. Maybe you take a twist, right elbow outside of left knee. If you do so, keep your knees even here. Maybe even opening one arm down, one arm up. Inhale, exhale, palms come together, heart center. Inhale, come up. Hands all the way up overhead. Exhale, release. Inhale, palms come up. Exhale, finding your chair pose once more. Shoulders are away from the ears. Palms come to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, maybe take your twist. Again, making sure one knee is not floating in front of the other. Option to open your arms here or stay. Inhale. Exhale, come to center. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Excuse me. So from here, the next pose that she has us come into is a goddess pose. So the one thing to keep in mind with goddess pose is to make sure that your knees are facing towards your toes, and make sure that your knees aren't floating out in front of your ankles. This can be an extreme pose for people with tight hips. So just meet yourself again where you're at. Find your star, inhale, spread your fingers nice and wide, engage your core. And as you exhale, we're working to bring our thighs parallel to the floor, and then our arms are about shoulder length. So if you find your knees coming in here, you might want to close up the distance, protect your knees. If you have knee injuries, this is not a recommended pose. You might try something like half froggy instead. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Breathing through the shakes. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, come up, star pose. And on your exhale, make your feet come parallel. We're going to find our way hinging at the hips, core engaged, to a wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. You can use a block here if you need to. And if you feel an extreme pulling in your hamstrings, you'll want to make sure your core is strongly engaged. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, release. Bring your hands to your hips, and on your next inhale, come on up. Find your Tadasana. Maybe you have a strap. Maybe, we're going into tree pose, so just have that strap nearby. Inhale, palms come up. Exhale, palms to heart center. On your inhale, ground through your left foot, and then bring your right heel to the inside of your left leg. Just finding your center, engaging your core, tucking your hips, making sure you're not crashing one way or the other. We're going to find our tree pose. So inhale, maybe start here, or maybe use your left hand to support your right heel up towards your perineum. Inhale, exhale, find your drishti. Inhale, palms come up. Maybe your branch is open, and as you exhale, maybe you look up towards the ceiling, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, palms come together. Exhale, with control, right leg comes down, palms to heart center. Exhale, find your Tadasana. Inhale, palms come up. Exhale, palms to heart center. And then same thing on this side. As you inhale, grounding through the right foot, find that your tailbone is tucked, shoulders are up, back, and down, core is engaged. On your next inhale, maybe use your left hand to guide your left foot to your perineum. Maybe your left foot is inside your calf, or just rested up against your left heel, or your left foot, right foot rather, excuse me. Inhale, arms come up overhead. And as you exhale, maybe you're able to look up towards the ceiling or the sky, wherever you're at. Shoulders come away from the ears. Find your drishti. Find your strength and flexibility here. Trees that bend in the wind, weather storms. Inhale, palms come together. Exhale with control. Left leg comes down, hip distance apart. Palms come to heart center. Release, find your Tadasana. Here we go. Okay. We're going to come into our extended hand to toe pose. So here you can use a strap if you'd like to. Ground through the left foot, and as you inhale, bring your peace fingers to your big toe. So you can start here or stay here, focusing on your drishti, staying grounded, or you can inhale, bring your heel, your right heel forward. Exhale, open your right foot to the right. Maybe your left hand comes out to the left. Strong in the glutes here, strong in the core. Find your drishti. Maybe you look out over your left fingertips. Inhale, right foot comes forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, palms come up. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, same thing on this side. Peace fingers to big toe. Kick out your left foot on your exhale, Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, left foot comes out. Maybe your right hand comes out. Maybe it's here. Inhale. Exhale, maybe looking out over your right fingertips. Again, maybe using a strap here. Inhale, left foot comes in. Exhale, release with control. Palms come to heart center. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, palms come to heart center. We're going to rain it all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, maybe you take a little toe balance or just find your way to a seat. We're going to be taking a hero pose. So if you're in a toe balance, wherever you're at on your mat, you can find your way to your knees. And then keeping your knees together, bring your heels out. If your knees are not super flexible, you can use a block here, or maybe two. This block is pretty squishy. Or you can have your two pillows or your bolster to start you off. If you're super flexible, you can bring your booty down between your heels here. So I like to have a blanket usually underneath my feet, because in our yin poses or our release poses, the pressure of just being super rooted on the earth can become a lot after a little bit. In any case, however you find your way here, maybe you have your bolster again here and this is enough for you, that's okay. Inhale, open your shoulders. So this is position A and you can stay here. Or you can exhale and begin to walk your way, your elbows down towards the mat. Bring your hands to your feet, opening your chest towards the ceiling. So as you find your version of hero pose, make sure that your knees don't come out wider than your hips. Keep them close together, protecting your knees. Maybe you bring your arms up all the way overhead, or you grab each elbow. We'll take 5 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands to your feet, and then inhaling, begin to work your way up. Maybe find your tabletop. And then we'll bring our legs to one side or the other and find our easy seat. If you have a hard time just sitting down on the ground, you can bring a blanket or a block underneath your sits bones. We're going to inhale, bring our left foot and our left knee up, keeping the toes flexed here, and find our cradle pose, baby cradle pose. So you can bring your left foot, again, or right foot rather, toes flexed into your left elbow or the crook of your elbow, and then bring your right knee into the right elbow. If it's available to you to grasp your hands here, I'll turn so you can see. Go ahead and do so. What we want to avoid is rounding through the spine. So inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, maybe your shin comes a bit closer to your chest. If this is too much for you, you can start here, holding your shin, your calf like a baby, rocking back and forth for this deep hip opener. Inhale. Exhale. And if this is too much on your lower back, or you can't find length here, you can also do this laying down in a reclined position. Whatever works for you. We meet ourselves where we're at in the observer state with compassion. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, release. As you inhale, open your chest, finding your easy seat. You're going to have your left leg on top this time. And then we'll do the same thing here. So exhale, shoulders come away. Inhale, keeping your left toes flexed. Find your version of your baby cradle pose, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, releasing through the side of the hip here, releasing through the hip flexor. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. 3 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe one more. Inhale. Exhale, release. So from here, you can use your strap if you'd like to. We're just going to do a head to knee pose on both sides, and then a forward fold. So keeping a micro bend in your knee, avoiding hyperextension in the knee is going to help you avoid pulling any hamstring muscles. Go ahead and tuck your fingers underneath your thighs, moving your thighs out into this sort of internal rotation here. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, ground through your sits bones in Dandasana. Inhale, bring your left foot up towards the perineum and plant it against your inner right thigh. As you inhale, lengthen through the spine, flex your right toes. You can start here with a strap if you'd like to. Exhale, hinging at the hips, engaging in the core. Begin to fold forward. You can also have blocks here, so meet your threshold. And then if you need blocks, or you can bring your hands, clasp them around your feet, that's okay too. Inhale, exhale. Again, finding your threshold so that your chest or rib cage is sort of coming closer to your thighs, like we would sort of in downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. And if you find that your spine is sort of straight here and it's comfortable for you to reach your forehead to your knee, you can do so. Inhale, exhale, fold a bit deeper. Inhale, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, folding a little bit deeper. On your next inhale, begin to roll your way up. Exhale, left foot comes out. We'll do the same thing on this side. So inhale, right foot comes in, grounding on the inner thigh, heel towards your perineum. Exhale, ground through your sits bones. Inhale, arms come up, left toes are flexed, pointed towards the ceiling. Exhale, maybe you have a strap to help you here, keeping your spine straight, your chest open. Exhale, begin to forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinging at the hips. You might find that this side is different. Keeping this knee grounded. Inhale. Exhale, meet your threshold. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, maybe making your way here. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale. On your next inhale, begin to walk yourself up with your hands. Bring your right foot down to meet the left. Find your Dandasana. So inhale, shoulders come up, back, and down. Exhale, plant your hands, fingertips facing towards your feet. Feet are flexed, strong inner thighs. Maybe you've moved the fleshy bits out from underneath your thigh bones here. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale. Inhale, palms come up overhead. Exhale, hinging at the hips, keeping the toes flexed. Find your version. So if you find yourself wanting to round in the back, we're engaging the core, keeping ourselves strong and hinging at the hips here. So you might use a strap. Inhale. Exhale. Find your way to your head to knee pose or your forward fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. activating those leg channels. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. One more breath here. As you inhale, begin to walk yourself up. We'll cross our legs into an easy seat and find our way into Balasana, or child's pose. So you can keep your knees underneath you and then bring your hips back towards your heels. Drop your forehead, arms come back. Or you can bring your knees about as wide as the mat, toes together. And then keeping your hips towards your heels, extend your arms outward for extended child's pose. Your preference. Couple of breaths here. Inhale, make your way to tabletop, and then find again an easy seat. We're going to slowly, rounding through your spine one vertebra at a time, make our way to our backs for our Shavasana. So drop your right foot, your right hand, drop your left foot and your left. As you inhale, bring your shoulder blades up underneath your chest, opening your rib cage and your heart space towards the ceiling. Exhale, release any stagnant energy. As you inhale, imagine all that prana going into your hips, into your root chakra, into your pelvic area. And as you exhale, imagine this pelvic area has within it a flower, a lotus flower, and it expands. Inhale, breathing life into your root chakra, into your safety. Exhale, allowing it to expand. Inhale. Exhale. With each breath, the space in which you feel safe becomes larger. Until you find your comfort. The next time you hear my voice, I'll be bringing you out of Shavasana. Take as much time as you need here, but when you're ready, begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, roll your eyes around in your head, and then shake your head left to right, allowing yourself to come to your most comfortable side, cradling your cheek into your bicep. Find your fetal position. And then when you feel ready, push yourself up into a comfortable seat. We'll take a big inhale together, hands coming up overhead. Exhale your palms to heart center. The seed sound for the root chakra is lam. 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 Om. The light in me sees and honors the light in all of you. Thank you for joining me in this practice today. I hope that it helped you to tune in with the safety of your roots and your first chakra. Namaste.